So I've got all of these guys taking a meal so far. This one is taken consecutively, but usually takes an extra couple minutes of convincing. Really gotta tease them. This one's obviously a pretty aggressive feeder, but might be time for the chick down. Sometimes too, I found just in the last couple weeks with these guys, if I tease them, like you got to wake them up, kind of make them realize what's going on. Like right now, I think he just thinks that I'm something trying to eat him. If you kind of rile them up and then leave them be for a bit and come back to them a few minutes later, they kind of have their bearings and they know what's going on. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe not. We dropped it. Chondros are a game of patience. I'm sorry if the camera angle's off. I'm not looking through the camera. I'm looking at the snake. So if I miss anything, forgive me. We almost had it. Like they just take a minute to figure it all out. These guys ate last weekend, beginning of the week actually. So yeah, I'll come back to him, but not a big deal. Just pull out another one. This one's a little machine, so this one's not going to refuse at all. Because we've already got the idea. We've already figured this out. There you go. Yep, that's alive. Kill it. There you go. Once you get them going, they're a breeze. It's just getting that first meal in them that can be kind of a pain. So this is one I had to scent last week for the first time to get it to eat. But I'm going to try unscented first before I scent. See if we can get them going. This one's also one of the more aggressive ones of the bunch. I say aggressive. He's one of the more defensive ones. He's one of the more snappy. A little more bold. But we also... We're a runner when the jig is up, we take off. So come on. Yeah, strikes are good. Strikes mean you're on the right track. Yeah, see, we're nailing it repeatedly. I think it's just at some point they don't realize that it is food. Whoa. See? Act tough for a few minutes. Close that up. I'm going to get some down on this one. We just hit it a lot, so I just take a pinch. This is a frozen thawed chick. Well, it's not even thawed. It's still frozen, but because I really just want enough to get a little mohawk on this guy. Make him look like a member of Motley Crue. This guy went crazy when he When he smelled the chicks last time, he had no problems. But I hate getting him over the water bowl like that because I don't want him to fall in it. Come on, dude. And you can tell when it's like a piss strike versus a food response. See, like now we're thinking. Their gears are turning. We're smelling. You smell the chick. I don't like the down though. I mean, that's my complaint about the down is they get the food in their mouth, like not the food, the feathers get in their mouth if they don't eat. It's kind of a pain. So this might be one of the ones, like I said, that you rile them up, come back to them a few minutes later, and they usually take. So this is being shot on my cell phone as opposed to the usual. Let's see. Hey, dude. This one's usually kind of a spaz. Sometimes you just gotta make it look like it's food. You gotta kind of move it in a way that would be enticing to a small snake. Make it look appealing, really sell it. I think I had to do that with this guy last week. I had to get him riled up and then come back to him. But sometimes if you give up too early, they just require some persistence. We're striking at it now. There we go. See? Just takes them a minute to figure out what the hell's going on. We just did a death roll. Still rolling. And then some people freeze and don't move when they do this. I just try to push the tub in as slowly as I can. Sometimes even if they let go but they're still wrapped, I'll close it and they'll still eat it. They just go back to it after a few minutes. So we'll go now, like I'll go back to this one because we're now awake. And we're kind of aware of what's happening. So I'll grab a pinky. Because this one's eaten pinkies with unscented a few times now. This isn't, yeah. Oh, man. This isn't anything new for him. Her. And then sometimes when they grab it, I kind of wiggle it a bit. See? Yeah, like clockwork. Just, like I said, just got to wake them up, give them a minute or two, come back to them, and they're off. So, and I'm making this video. This is just on my experience so far. Granted, I literally just got maybe half of this group going on their first pinky. I've had 3 or so rocking and rolling on food consistently. So this chick down thing, when people say it works, man, it works. You can get 5 chicks from Perfect Prey out of Florida they're like $5, but shipping is going to cost you another $26. Unfortunately, it's not cheap, but very much worth it because one of those chicks, as you can see, you don't need a lot of feathers, so it's not going to take long. But let's see if we can get you to take. This one's been rocking too. As of recently. That's not the mouse, dude. There you go. There you go. The big thing is, because I use bigger water bowls, like I've said in other videos, is just making sure that if they're above that water bowl, that they go on one of the outside of it somewhere. You know, I worry about them drowning. They're really not that smart of a species, and in their excitement over food, they would most definitely drown. So. Here's one of the smaller ones. This is one of the ones that's also my worst runner. So every time I offer food to this one, most of the time, we might take 2 swings at it and then we kind of run away. But it had its first meal a couple days back. See if we can get it going again. Try unscented first, like I said before. I don't know if we're going to do it. Like I said, we need to wake up, figure out what's going on, wait and see when we're going to take off. Might luck out. Also, making sure it's kind of below them rather than on top of them. If you've kept chondros for any extended period of time, then you know they're ambush predators. So they come down, they face the ground, they wait for something to walk by, and they grab it. So sometimes, usually when I get their interest kind of peaked, come at it from below, sort of grab their attention. Sometimes that works. Also, this first coil that I'm pointing the pinky at right now, usually that gets a response out of them. As you can see, every time I touch that, we get a strike or a half-ass strike or something. All right, so now we're going to running. So same thing, except I'm just going to go ahead and throw some down on it, and I'm sure he'll grab it because this one seems to be, once they get a few strikes in them and they're kind of fired up. Once again, just a pinch. That's too much. It's so bizarre that chick down works for them like this, because in the wild, as babies like this, birds aren't even in their vocabulary as far as diet goes. So it's very strange that this would work. But last time I tried down a couple days ago, got a really good response from this one. So we're new here. Yeah. And you can see the tail kind of caught alluring. So we're like this right here. This is a less of a defensive sort of cruise and more of a, we're interested in what's going on. This one I might have to come back to as well. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to the camera and the also rubbing on that lower part of the under the chin there. Some snakes, especially like colubrids, you rub that little scale a little bit, man, and it really gets them going. Yeah, so we'll come back to this one just like we did the other one. So I'll just leave the pinky right there. Now I've got this kid who I've had for a little while that has been kind of picky about food. Make sure my fuzzy's thawed all the way. We're good. I'm going to try unscented with this one as well. Let's see what we can get. This one's usually kind of shy. Like if I start messing with them, they sort of shy away. They don't really want anything to do with food or me. Kind of tease them, get them a little. You just got to wake them up. They sleep a lot, you know. They. Come on. Alright, so we'll put some down on this guy. Already got some feathers sitting right here. From the others I plucked. Like I said, it only takes a few. Come on, dude. I'm gonna trade hands here. I'm right-handed, I'm not left-handed. It's funny, this one is a clutch mate to the one in the tub directly to the right of it that I'll show you in a minute. Completely different personalities. The one in the other tub's a little monster. Come on, dude. Wake up. Sorry, y'all. Wake up. More down. Like I said, it is a exercise in patience without a doubt. But I will say, when you get these guys going, there's absolutely no better feeling. No better feeling of accomplishment. Come on. This is really hard to do with one hand. Alright, so we'll come back to that one in a minute. If you want to see what the end game is as far as getting these guys somewhere, look no further than this little monster. See, this is the issue. This is why I don't like doing it over the water bowl, because they will fall in there and they will not come out, and they will just flat out drown because they're just dumber than a box of rocks. And so now we'll come back to the runner. All right. So I need both hands for this one. You guys get the gist. This thing's almost 20 minutes long. So hope you enjoyed. Hope it helps. Chick down seems to work really well for me. So thank you. See y'all later.